The Springboks Bomb Squad strategy has been a cornerstone of their success, but now it faces its most formidable challenge yet. The All Blacks have studied the Bomb Squad extensively, understanding its rotations, substitutions, and the psychological pressure it exerts. However, knowing a system and breaking it are entirely different challenges. Rassie Erasmus's Bomb Squad, born in the fire of the 2019 World Cup, has become legendary. The strategy was simple in design but revolutionary in execution. A 6-2 forwards to backs bench split meant the Springboks could introduce a wave of fresh, powerful forwards in the last 30 minutes, overwhelming opponents in scrums, mauls, and set pieces. This approach played a central role in South Africa's 2019 World Cup triumph, and again in 2023, cementing a legacy built on precision, power, and psychological dominance. Series wins against the British and Irish Lions further reinforced the impact of this tactic. But the game evolves, and so does Erasmus. He began to adjust the Bomb Squad philosophy. Instead of the traditional 6-2 split, he experiments with a 5-3 formation, balancing forwards and backs more evenly to maintain flexibility across all phases of play. The aim is clear: retain the explosive power of the Bomb Squad, but prevent the late-game dominance from over-reliance, while also keeping defenses guessing. Analysts note this shift as a calculated move, acknowledging that the modern pace of rugby demands adaptability as much as raw power. The All Blacks, never a team to sit back, have been quick to respond. They recognize that the late-game surge of fresh Springbok forwards has been a decisive factor historically, so they counter by introducing their own substitutes earlier, maintaining a relentless tempo from start to finish. High-intensity play throughout the match prevents South Africa from finding the space and opportunity the Bomb Squad thrives on. The strategic arms race between New Zealand and South Africa isn't just physical, it's a battle of preparation, timing, and anticipation, where each move is studied, counted, and anticipated before it even occurs. Interestingly, the Bomb Squad concept has influenced other teams as well. The Springbok women's team, under coach Suze de Bruin, adopted a 7-1 forwards to backs bench split in the 2025 World Cup quarter-final against the Black Ferns, mirroring the original men's strategy. This approach showcased how powerful tactical innovation can be when applied across different contexts, emphasizing the importance of fresh legs and forward dominance in critical phases of play. Yet it also sparked debate. Critics argue that such heavy forward rotations can disrupt the natural balance of the game and risk altering the traditional flow between forwards and backs. The modern challenge is clear. Even as the Springboks adjust their bench strategy, the effectiveness of the Bomb Squad is under scrutiny. Opponents now analyze every rotation, every substitution, and every set piece, testing whether the system can adapt to the faster, more open style of contemporary rugby. Questions loom. Can the Bomb Squad still deliver its trademark late-game impact, or has the evolution of tactics and athletic preparation rendered it more vulnerable? What happens next on the field will not only reveal the fate of the legendary system, but may redefine the strategy of rugby itself. As the two teams prepare to face each other, the tension is palpable. The Springboks are confident in their Bomb Squad's ability to dominate the latter stages of the game, but the All Blacks are determined to neutralize this advantage. They have analyzed every aspect of the Bomb Squad, from the timing of substitutions to the impact on the game's tempo. The All Blacks' approach is methodical and precise. They aim to disrupt the Bomb Squad's rhythm by maintaining a high tempo throughout the match. By doing so, they hope to prevent the Springboks from gaining the upper hand in the final stages. This strategy requires exceptional fitness, discipline, and execution. The Springboks, aware of the All Blacks' intentions, are adapting their approach. They understand that the Bomb Squad's effectiveness relies not only the Springboks know that the All Blacks aren't just any opposition. They are facing a team that thrives on exploiting any hint of predictability. Every lineout, every scrum, every phase of play is scrutinized. The Bomb Squad, a machine built for relentless pressure, encounters the first real test of its adaptability. Each rotation, each substitution that has been so effective in past campaigns, is now met with counter strategies designed to blunt their impact. The All Blacks keep the tempo high, forcing the Springboks to make split-second decisions, challenging both their physical and mental resilience. The usual advantage of fresh legs entering the fray is diminished, as the All Blacks anticipate every wave of energy and preemptively position themselves to neutralize it. Springbok leaders shout instructions, urging cohesion and focus, but the usual psychological intimidation the bomb squad wields is lessened. There is no fear on the field, just calculated anticipation and pressure from the opposition. Even in moments when the Springboks attempt their trademark dominance, subtle errors start to creep in. Binding in the scrum is less perfect, timing on the lineout slightly off. The normally precise mauls experience hesitation. The All Blacks are exploiting tiny margins, small weaknesses that go unnoticed in other matches. But here they are the difference between control and vulnerability. The intensity is exhausting, but both teams maintain discipline, aware that a single lapse can swing momentum drastically. Off the field, coaches observe, adapting strategies, Lev. Video analysis between halves is instantaneous, feedback is direct, and players adjust immediately. The usual bomb squad confidence is tested. They are forced to respond, not just rely on the strength of the system they have dominated with for years. Each substitution is now a critical moment, an opportunity for the All Blacks to apply a calculated counter-push. As the final stages approach, it's clear that this is more than a battle of strength. It's a chess match at full speed, where timing, anticipation, and composure are as decisive as power. To counter the All Black strategy, the Springboks are focusing on maintaining composure and executing their game plan with precision. As the All Blacks high-tempo playtest the Springboks' defensive structures, while the bomb squad seeks to impose its physicality in the closing stages. Each team looks for openings, waiting for the other to make a mistake. In the final moments, the outcome hangs in the balance. The All Blacks' strategy has disrupted the bomb squad's rhythm, but the Springboks' resilience and experience keep them in contention. As the clock winds down, both teams push their limits, determined to secure victory. What happens next will determine the future of the bomb squad strategy and its place in the evolution of rugby tactics. The modern challenge is clear, even as the Springboks adjust their bench strategy. The effectiveness of the bomb squad is under scrutiny. Opponents now analyze every rotation, every substitution, and every set piece, testing whether the system can adapt to the faster, more open style of contemporary rugby. Questions loom. Can the bomb squad still deliver its trademark late-game impact, or has the evolution of tactics and athletic preparation rendered it more vulnerable? The bomb squad's reputation isn't built solely on strength or numbers. It's a mental weapon. Every substitution, every fresh set of forwards, is calculated to instill doubt in the opposition. Players step onto the field knowing that they are entering a force designed to dictate territory, tempo, and psychology. But against the All Blacks, the psychological edge is contested. New Zealand doesn't just match physicality, they disrupt expectations. By maintaining intensity from the first whistle and executing precise high-tempo strategies, the All Blacks aim to remove hesitation and force the Springboks to react instead of act. Training sessions in New Zealand mirror this approach. Controlled scrums simulate the bomb squad's rotations, lineouts anticipate varied formations, and mauls are rehearsed against imagined waves of fresh forwards. The goal is clear: eliminate the advantage of fresh legs entering late and exploit any cracks in cohesion. South African leaders call for discipline, emphasizing the timing and cohesion that have historically been their strength, but the All Blacks' proactive approach pressures even the most organized packs. The Springboks still deliver moments of brilliance. Their rotations, set-piece dominance, and cohesion under pressure are visible, but subtle shifts emerge. Minor delays in binding, slightly off-target lineouts, and small hesitations in mauls reveal that even a system as disciplined as the bomb squad is vulnerable to continuous, well-planned pressure. Every tactical adjustment the All Blacks implement is designed to test adaptability. A substitution here, a change in attacking pattern there, all intended to force the Springboks into improvisation under stress. Across both teams, preparation and adaptability collide. Coaches monitor every response, giving instant feedback to players who adjust in real time. The traditional late-game advantage of the bomb squad is challenged, and each wave of energy is now a test of endurance, composure, and strategy. The game becomes as much a contest of mental toughness as it is of physical strength. Observers note that the psychological dominance the Springboks once enjoyed is no longer automatic. opposition teams anticipate, counter, and exploit in ways that demand immediate adaptation. The Springboks must decide: do they rely on the bomb squad's proven system, or adjust to counter an opponent that refuses to yield? Every set piece becomes a pivotal moment, every substitution a potential turning point. The outcome now hinges on split-second decisions, adaptability, and who can maintain composure under relentless scrutiny. By now, the match has become a chessboard of physicality and tactics. The Springboks execute their rotations, introducing fresh forwards in waves intended to dominate scrums and mauls. Each substitution carries the weight of expectation. The bomb squad isn't just about numbers, it's about rhythm, timing, and forcing mistakes in the opposition's ranks. Yet the All Blacks anticipate, they shift formations, maintain relentless tempo, and introduce their own fresh legs, strategically neutralizing the momentum South Africa seeks to generate. It's a duel of preparation versus execution, with adaptability as the ultimate weapon. Every phase of play becomes a study in precision. Lineouts are contested not only physically but mentally, with New Zealand players reading body language and timing, preempting moves the Springboks have relied on for years. Scrums are met with resistance and counter-pressure, forcing the bomb squad to adjust on the fly. The All Blacks training regimen, designed to simulate the rotation of South African forwards, pays dividends. They exploit hesitation and create openings where the system, no matter how disciplined, must yield. Meanwhile, the Springboks' internal communication remains critical. Leaders direct rotations, call adjustments in the moment, and ensure that every forward entering the field aligns with the plan. The system is flexible, but cracks appear under sustained pressure. Small timing errors, slight deviations in positioning, and subtle gaps in coordination reveal that even a machine-like approach is not infallible. The balance between brute force, cohesion, and adaptation is delicate, and the All Blacks are relentless in testing it. Springboks push to maintain their signature dominance, but the All Blacks remain relentless, anticipating rotations and probing for gaps. The psychological advantage that once seemed automatic for South Africa is no longer guaranteed. Each wave of fresh forwards now meets a prepared, high-tempo defense that reacts before the system can adjust. The bomb squad's philosophy is clear: overwhelm, rotate, and exploit energy in the opposition's ranks. Yet the strategy is evolving. Recent matches show that Erasmus has begun experimenting with a more balanced 5-3 forwards-to-backs bench split, responding to the reality that modern rugby demands flexibility rather than a singular system. The days when late-game dominance alone secured victory are under scrutiny. Despite these challenges, the Springboks demonstrate why the bomb squad remains iconic. Even under pressure, their rotations maintain cohesion, scrums are executed with technical precision, and mauls retain formidable force. The lineout remains a weapon of subtle deception, and forward movement continues to create space for backs to exploit. It's clear that the system's genius is not only in physical dominance but in adaptability. Teams can prepare, they can anticipate, but reacting to a living, breathing system that can modify itself in real time remains extraordinarily difficult. At the same time, criticism and debate swirl. Some argue that a heavy forward rotation disrupts traditional balance, favoring strength over holistic team structure. Others contend it exemplifies modern innovation, pushing the boundaries of strategic thinking in rugby. The bomb squad now represents both a historical achievement and a blueprint under constant revision. The Springboks' tactics are evolving alongside the game itself, reflecting a broader trend in rugby where depth, preparation, and adaptability are as vital as skill and power.
Looking forward, the question remains, can the bomb squad continue to dominate in an era of hyper-prepared opponents, like the All Blacks? Will the new balanced bench splits redefine the system's role in modern play? What is undeniable is that Rassie Erasmus's innovation forced the rugby world to rethink rotations, substitutions, and the orchestration of forwards at an elite level. Its legacy persists, not just in South Africa's World Cup victories, but in how coaches globally consider preparation, strategy, the interplay of psychology and performance on the pitch.
The story of this system is far from over, and the next chapter promises more innovation, more counter-strategy, and moments that will keep rugby fans worldwide on the edge of their seats. The Springboks Bomb Squad powers through each set piece, executing with precision and coordination honed over years. But the All Blacks are not intimidated. They study, adapt, and push back relentlessly. They know the rotations, the timing of substitutions, the waves of fresh forwards designed to seize the final 30 minutes, and they have built a plan to counter every move. The All Blacks rotate players early, maintain tempo, and press high intensity from start to finish. Each surge of the bomb squad meets calculated resistance. Each tactical adjustment is anticipated, and every shift in momentum is met with composure. The psychological advantage the Springboks rely on is no longer automatic. New Zealand forces the bomb squad to respond under pressure, revealing the smallest cracks in what once seemed an impenetrable system. This is more than a test of strength. It's a battle of timing, anticipation, and strategic intelligence. The All Blacks track how substitutions affect energy, how the front row reacts to pressure, and where hesitation appears in the opposing ranks. When a new wave of South African forwards arrives, the All Blacks are ready, positioning themselves to neutralize the expected dominance, to absorb the pressure without breaking, and to exploit moments where the system falters. Each set piece becomes a chess match, with both teams reading, reacting, and adjusting in real time. The bomb squad thrives on momentum, yet New Zealand refuses to allow it. They disrupt the flow, maintain spacing, and force the Springboks into scenarios that challenge both muscle and mind. The tension is palpable, with each set piece carrying the weight of history, each substitution representing a tactical gamble, and every decision shaping momentum. The bomb squad's reputation is intact, yet it faces a present-day challenge unlike any before. The All Blacks have proven that no system, however brilliant, is immune to scrutiny, pressure, and intelligent counterplay. The question lingers over the pitch. Can the bomb squad adapt quickly enough to reclaim dominance? Or have the All Blacks uncovered a method to expose the system for all to see? Rassie's genius is undeniable, but New Zealand shows that even genius can be countered with preparation, cohesion, and anticipation. The contest evolves into a real-time examination of strategy versus adaptability, power versus precision, and legacy versus innovation. What happens next will determine whether the bomb squad retains its aura of invincibility, or whether the All Blacks have rewritten the blueprint for facing world-class system.